What up, everyone? It's your boy KP with Let's Talk Movies, and then today we are going to be talking about AMC's Interview with the Vampire episode 5. Yo, this whole episode has really left me with so much mixed feelings because, like, on one end, I'm a little bit sad about it. I'm like, everything has led me all teary and shit, and I'm like, a little bit sad about like what is going on between Lestat and Louis. But at the same time, too, I'm also kind of like pissed off a little bit. Because then now it's like the whole emotions are all kind of like mixed together right now, which is like makes you tell that this episode is like really good. When the episode started off, I was really pissed off at Claudia. I'm not gonna lie, like everything that she was doing was just pissing me off. She was behaving like a spoiled brat. Like I'm like, yo, you need to chill. Like you have a family that love you. You have a family that like the money is there, they take care of you, they help you even hiding the bodies and everything. But down the line in the episode, when I began to understand why Claudia was doing what she was doing, I was very sad about it. Like I was super sad, especially that line that she was like, who is gonna be my Lestat? Who is gonna be my Louis? It made me really understand what Claudia was really feeling. This is why we always say that never turn a kid into a vampire. Like they will go through so much shit that it will be just too much for them to bear. What Claudia was doing was not the right thing, but at the same time too, like you can really sympathize with her. Like you have sex, you're forever gonna remain a virgin. You are stuck in this like the body of like a 12-year-old. That is a lot to deal with. And I feel like Louis Lestat too needs to calm down a little bit. Like on one end, he needs to be a little bit, sympathetic with the kid. He needs to understand that, like this is what the kid is going through and everything. But I think Lestat is like looking at it from everything from the point of, the kid is a spoiled brat. The kid is not listening. But at the same time too, if you really sit down, like it's really sad. Right, what the kid is going through is really sad, and this kid is trying to find her own companion. And then I understand her because like we are all meant to we are social beings. We are supposed to find our own companionship. It doesn't matter whether you're a vampire or a human. So I really understand what she's going through, and then Lestat needs to like chill a little bit. But at the same time too, when I also look at it too, I also kind of understand what Lestat too is talking about. Because like what she is doing is drawing attention to them. Like Claudia needs to chill out a little bit. Like everything that she's doing is drawing too much attention. And then we could see it down the episode. Because Lestat was right. And I feel like Louis needs to learn to face the fact and then face reality. Because sometimes like when a kid is doing something wrong, you need to let them know that, like smack them in the ass and then just give them some ass whooping and let them know like, yo, like what you doing is wrong. I don't know why, no matter what, like sometimes Louis needs to toughen up a little bit because like Louis is doing too much. Like I understand. Right, I understand. Claudia is going through a lot, but sometimes you going through your emotions is drawing attention to me, and it's putting the whole family in danger. And Louis needs to toughen up and then give Claudia some ass whooping and tell him that like what you are doing is bringing so much attention to it. And I feel like Louis is also the cause of some of the things that Claudia is doing because like Louis has babied Claudia so much that it's annoying. Like. There were instances I'm like, Louis, like, can you just, bro, like, just shut up. Just shut up and listen to Lestat because what Lestat is doing is right. This kid needs some tough love. You can't just be babying him and right now, like, this kid is killing 56 people. Right? I understand what Claudia is going through, but I also feel like Louis needs to face some reality sometimes because, like, he has babied the baby too much. Like, he has babied Claudia too much. Like, what the hell, bro? Like, give this girl some tough love and then let this girl know that what she's doing is wrong. Because, like, everything that she's doing is so annoying. I couldn't even stand her. Like, the whole episode, I couldn't even stand what she was going through. But at the same time, too, like, I also got to love her. I also got to, like, understand her, which then it was making Lestat become the bad person. The whole thing is just, sad because, like, you understand both sides of the story. Like, when you try to look at everything from the lens of Claudia, You are like, oh my God, yeah, it's true. Like, yeah, we need to understand Claudia. But at the same time, too, when we try to also look at it from Lester's point of view, Lester too is right. That's so how good the whole episode is. Because like this whole episode, I was trying to say, okay, fine, I'm gonna pick a side. But it was hard to pick a side because like, I feel like everybody was right. So it's making it so hard to pick a side in this whole episode, right? And then also looking at the whole Lester's jealousy, like Lester's way of showing love is too much, right? It's just too much. And I always come down to Louis is the cause of it. And I've said this in one of my previous videos, that the way Lestat went about for turning Louis was never going to show affection to me. Louis was going to blame him and all that. I feel like one of the reasons why Louis has never been able to tell Lestat that, oh, I love you, is the fact that deep down Louis' heart, he's still holding grudges against Lestat. With turning him into a vampire and everything, Louis still blames Lestat with so many things that is going on with his life, right? So I don't blame Louis on that, but at the same time, to like, bro, like, if you're not really in love with this man, then why are you still staying with him? Like, do you guys think Louis is in love with Lestat? I think that is like the big question that we need to like really talk about. Do you think Louis genuinely loves Lestat? Or Louis is just trying to cope with Lestat? Because I feel that personally, I feel like Louis is kind of like coping with Lestat. Right? Yes, I mean, he's having his own way with it. Or maybe Louis is having his own way of showing affection to Lestat. But I feel like Lestat's love for Louis is way higher than the way Louis reciprocates, because I've not done with 5 episodes now, I've not seen Louis say I love you before. And then the whole episode is shown like Lestat was always showing affection. So I don't blame Lestat for snapping. I don't blame him at all. Like the whole episode, I don't blame anybody for what they are doing. Because like from each person's perspective, everybody is right. Right? With Lestat, the whole Lestat snapping and beating everybody up, I don't blame Lestat, because like Lestat is really heartbroken. Like he is really heartbroken. Like to be with someone that at the end of the day you feel like your love is not being reciprocated. You are bound to snap at some point in time. You are really bound to snap. And then Louis, it has fault on this part, because like he really left Lestat alone, right? But with this whole episode, for me, I'm gonna side with Lestat with it. I'm gonna side with Lestat. I want you guys to let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Like, I'm gonna side with Lestat because like everything is just Louis' fault. I want you guys to comment in the comment section and then let me know what you guys think about this whole episode 5. I just feel like, for me, I feel like I'm gonna side with Lestat, because Lestat was right in this episode. You guys should let me know and then comment below, and I'll see you guys next week.